Pioneers knock off the Catawba Indians 85-73. They stay tied atop the league table with the Lincoln Memorial University Rail Splitters, who won earlier this afternoon over the Lenore Rhine Bears. Bryant State joined by Pioneer coach J.T. Burton, whose Pioneers have now won 4 straight, ending the 3-game streak for the Catawba Indians, which didn't look like that may happen early, as Catawba came out lights out, and they were refreshed. They hadn't played in 21 days. They looked as if they were fresh, and they made a bunch of shots early.
We knew they had a couple guys that got eligible at the break. We knew how different they was going to be. And, you can only watch so much film, and you can only talk to guys so much. But, we knew how Michael Hewitt Jr., he's been playing unbelievable. In that first half, it showed because he could shoot the ball, he could fill it up. And I thought we did a really good job. We got down, and things weren't going our way. We did a really good job of staying the course. We took the lead, I think, at half by 3.
Yeah, and I think you use your bench in a great way. You different guys, different roles, we're figuring that out. And I think a lot of the guys are figuring out what they have to do to come in. And I love when veteran and Legis come in. They just provide that energy. You start dominating the glass, which you dominated today.
Yeah, and that's what I told them, man. We're fortunate enough to have, 4 good bigs, maybe 5 or 6, with Josh and Jacob Hobbs running a 4 and a 5. So, yeah, when those guys come off the bench and they could score the ball, sometimes they kind of change the game. Anadi missed a few early, but he did a really good job of taking his time. And, he's shooting the ball exceptionally well from a high clip from the 3 because he doesn't take bad shots, and we do a really good job of finding him. And then Will Vetter, I thought tonight, he's got to rebound the ball, and that's what I told him. But when Brandon Mitchell's playing like this, like he did, we're playing at another level. Our team takes it to another level.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that level coming up. But, second half, they reclaimed the lead. Our man-to-man was good, and then it was bad, and then it was good again. And we don't talk man-to-man a lot. We just don't. I have to talk to Deontay and Justin about it because you're just like,
yes,
I don't know anything about man-to-man. But it was pretty decent tonight against a dribble drive type team that's extremely athletic.
Yeah, well, our slogan this year is win your ones. And that means if whoever you guard, you got to win the ones on the guy you guarding. Yeah. And when you do that, it kind of helps, takes away from everything because they shoot the ball so well.
Yeah.
So I thought we did an exceptional job of guarding, and we went really big, and that way we could switch 1 through 5, and I thought we did a really good job of contesting their shot, being straight up and down when they shoot the ball going to the lane, and I thought we did a really good job doing that.
I was going to tell you that because I was taken off a guard when I see Brandon Mitchell, Will Vetter, and Nadi Legist out there, and I hadn't seen that lineup so far this season, but man, I think that turned the entire tide of the game.
Yes, at one time we had Trent Gibson at the point, Jacob Hobbs at the 2, Will Vetter at the 3, Nadi at the 5, and Brandon Mitchell at the 4.
Yeah.
So you talking about huge, and I thought we did a really good job because we got our offense for that, and I knew we could do it. It's when our Achilles heel was going inside, and that's what we done.
And tonight it shows. You go downhill in the final 6 minutes of this game. You really took control of it by scoring in the paint. 52-30, a difference in points in the paint. And a lot of it was extremely high percentage above the rim finishes for this Pioneer team. I sense that. Catawba, you had them then on the backside. It's not like they quit. It's just we really got hot there at the end.
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job of, like I said earlier, staying the course. And that team right there, they play a lot of iso ball because they're really good one-on-one, and they can make tough 2s and 3s. But that was our job. That's what we wanted to do. I thought we kind of they hadn't played in a while.
Yeah.
So I thought we got in their legs, especially late, of just going inside, pounding the ball, and I thought we did a really good job of taking what they gave us, especially in the half court.
You're getting help from all kinds of guys. Trenton gets a battle of the top 2 scorers in the league. Caleb got his, and Trenton got his triple-double we'll talk about. That Legist is giving you 19 tonight. You're getting 13 from Justin Mitchell. But when you get production like you get out of Brandon Mitchell, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 offensive boards, we're going to be a real tough team to beat.
And that's why I tell them, one of our biggest words is consistency. We got to be consistent. We got to be more consistent. But the one thing we put an emphasis on recruiting this time is trying to get a little deeper, and I think we did that with William Vetter and Jacob Hobbs. So Jacob Hobbs didn't have a really good game tonight, but he's so athletic and long, and he caused a lot of problem in the defense. But I thought when Brandon Mitchell started crashing the boards, and you can kind of tell the way Brandon's going, because sometimes when Brandon makes a mistake, and this is weird, but this is how he is always with me, You could tell when he makes a mistake. If he comes and apologizing a lot, that means he's dialing. I'm serious. But if he just walks over, he's out there and he's not really productive. So every time he made a mistake, Coach, I'm sorry. Even at halftime, I was like, Brandon, it's okay. We're gonna come back to you. And I thought he did a really good job of staying the course, and especially crashing the boards late in the game.
Thought the biggest play of the game was a 3-ball by Trenton. We didn't make a lot of threes in this game, but it seems like when we made that 3, it made it 62-61, if I remember right. It sparked an 8-0 run, and then, of course, he finishes with the triple-double. That's the second of his career. So you're getting production like that. He's 10 assists against 2 turnovers. So that's a pretty good line.
You know, one thing, he was struggling, this game with shooting his 3. He has the last 2 games. Mm-hmm. But the thing we always ask, what else can you do to impact the game? And when you go 10 rebounds and you have 10 assists with only 2 turnovers and the ball stays in your hands, you play 36 minutes and that ball stays in your hands probably 34 of that 36, and you can do that, that's really good. It says a lot to that kid, man, because I always speak about off the court, and it translates. I mean, because, now he'll stay the course, but in the classroom, and that's a testament to his parents of what they've done. But what he has done for this university, for me as a head coach and our staff and his team, has been remarkable. And the way the kids accept it, too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And he made a few bad plays, turned it over, but when he came to the bench, he was apologetic. And then all of them was like, it's okay. That's when things have, changed.
Hey, I'd love to talk to the kid. We're kind of going through this start of the second half, so we're going to keep the kids away from me, just kind of keep them in their bubble. We'll get them back out here, and I'd love to hear their comments and how they talk about it because they have such love for each other. And I guess the final was, I want to see James West start to play well, and, he was a facilitator today. He was out there finding open guys. Trenton was kind of the 2, and James kind of took over, and I think that really helped our team too.
Yeah, and he gets, like I told James, you got to let the game come to him because, he hasn't played. He hasn't played a lot of games. I mean, he's been hurt, but he did a really good job. He made it one bad pass, but told him it's okay. We're going to be okay, and we took KJ out and put him in because a left-handed James is pretty good, especially on the defensive end. But he's got his wrist back together. He's okay, and I thought he did a very good job of taking the ball all the way to the basket and then giving it up at the last minute or even finishing at the rim.
All right, road trips next week, and that's our only road games here in the month of January. So it's, probably a great schedule as we could have right out of the Christmas break. You get home, you stay with the legs, and then you go on the road, get a long trip, but it's all in the same week. And I know you love being on the road. You love being that road warrior.
Yes, I love being on the road because you kind of get away and you can go stay in a hotel the night before. And we've been fortunate enough to raise enough money. We need a little bit more to take a charter. Yes, and you can always donate to the E-team out there. But the link is in my bio. You go on our page. Anyway, now it's always good to go on the road because these guys, we try to do a lot of things to keep them together. And I think the road, especially with school not being in, kind of get away, kind of be by ourselves, and it helps us.
Good win.
Hey, one more thing. Happy birthday to my mother. She turned 77 years old today. Amber Burton, I love you. My whole family went out to eat today, and I couldn't go. But the one thing I did to all my brothers and sisters, I won on her birthday. So that's something that you guys can't give her. Happy birthday, Mama, and I love you.
Mama's sitting at the table right now. Where is that James Tyler at right now?
Yes.
Where is he?
She was nice because she didn't think we was going to play. So.
Oh, okay. He wins today. He's a winner. Mama's eating well. Tusculum 85, Catawba 73. Back with final comments after this here on the Pioneer Sports Network.